We've got an incredible weekend on the horizon. The Indianapolis Regional Championships are poised to be the largest regional championships ever held, with over 1,200 Masters Pokemon trading card game players already registered for the event. It's going to be a blast. I am really stoked not only about the standard event, but also for the Gym Leader Challenge side events, which are going to be happening on Friday and Sunday. Now, if you're new to Gym Leader Challenge format, don't sweat it. It's super easy to learn, it's a lot of fun, and the decks are really cheap. There's just a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, it's a singleton format, so you can only play one of each card except basic energy in your deck. It's also a single prize format, so you can't play any Pokemon or any cards with a rule box on them. So no Pokemon V, VMAX, GX, or anything like that. And then finally, it's a monotype format, so you can only play one type of Pokemon in your deck, like a gym leader would. And that's about it. If you're interested in reading up on the rest of the rules, you can check out gymleaderchallenge.com and join the Tricky Gym Discord. The link will be in the description below. Now, at the European International Championships, they had a Gym Leader Challenge side event on Sunday, and me and Yoshi from the Tricky Gym community went 4-0 in that event. We didn't get to play against each other at the European International Championships in a final match, so we decided to play our finals out on stream, and it was a great time. So check out the match ahead, and let me know, do you think it's going to be me that comes out on top with my Lightning-type deck, or Yoshi with his Grass-type deck? When you get into lightning mirrors, things get like really intense because you're not only playing around each other's Raikou, you're playing around their counter energy. You're playing around all the different things that they can do. It's really intense. Yeah, it's cool. I played a lightning mirror in my final game. Cool. We're choosing second, and this is why we choose to go second with this deck. Because I've got a turn 1 attack with Zapdos. It's just what we're here to do. Take early knockouts, put early game pressure on with the Lightning Bird. And if Yoshi only starts with one basic Pokemon, he's going to be in for a bad time. He's got Zarude, though. Zarude is like the best starter in the grass deck. He's got a fat 130 hit points. So that's really good. And it's going to make it so that my turn 1 Zapdos is not really doing anything terribly effective, especially with that Fury Belt on there. Cool. We've got Ultra Ball, Zapdos, Level Ball. Let's kick things off with... yeah. Level Ball. And see, do we have Zebstrika in the deck? We do. So it's looking like it's going to be an early Zebstrika for me. We're just going to put down the Blitzel, Lightning here, Floatstone here, and retreat into Zapdos and swing with Thunderous Assault. Keep the other cards in my hand. Next turn, we'll Ultra Ball for Zebstrika and Sprint. So this is the thing about, Lightning. Lightning can be a very fast and aggressive deck. Obviously, getting a turn 1 attack is like no joke. Zapdos does kind of fall off in its relevancy throughout the game. In the first couple turns, it's so good. But then later on in the match, it's not really pulling enough weight. It does help set up math for both Raikou and your Regieleki, though. Regielecki's Terra Spark does 120 and 40 to 2. And Raikou does 120 to 2. So Zapdos can help soften up bigger Pokemon like Zarude, right? I mean, now Zarude's only got 90 hit points left. So it is useful. Now, Yoshi can use Pack Call and go search for a grass Pokemon. Going to be an Ivysaur. Cool. We've got Evo Soda, which is why we didn't play the Ultra Ball, right? We wanted to see maybe we'll find another out there, so that's good. We can Ultra Ball away these guys and go get probably Mareep seems good, considering I just discarded my Eel, and then we'll sprint. I've got too many attackers in play right now, so that is unfortunate, but fine. Tapu Koko's cool. I probably want to get my... I'm just going to burn this. Probably want to get my Electabuzz in play. So we'll Cynthia. Looking for a switch. We find one. We don't find Electabuzz, but it's fine. I've got Tapu Koko. I can evolve into Electrode or have Tapu Koko in play. I'm going to switch, and you've only got 90 hit points left. You do 80. I actually found the Muscle Band, too, which is nuts. So we'll retreat, and then I think I can just... Tapu Koko's cool. That's fine. Thunderous Assault, take the KO. And we'll take our prize. It's multi-switch, which is not particularly useful in this hand, but it's all good. Yoshi's got Gloria to continue setting up. We'll go get Turtwig, Trico, and Genesect. No, Yoshi's a big fan of that Genesect. Finds Thwacky and Ivysaur. Grass onto Trico, and a switch to Find a Friend. Now with Roserade already evolved up, I think the friend will be this guy. Yeah, Grovel. Yep. We find Electabuzz. Said my hand is jammed, right? So I just have to sprint. We play a lot of recovery in this deck, though, so that's fine. I really want the Electivire to be in play, but we kind of opened too many attackers. It's all good. We find the rope, though, which is like perfect, right? It's going to allow me to continue swinging with Zapdos. Or I could Guzma. I think Guzma is perfect. So we're going to Guzma up the Turtwig and knock it out, since we know that Yoshi just searched for the Grotle. And we're just going to keep that pressure on with Zapdos. Next turn, I've got the escape rope again, so I can continue putting pressure on with Zapdos. And Zapdos just swinging for 100 damage a turn. It's like, it's not a lot, right? But it's the speed with which Zapdos attacks that's the most important thing. Obviously, everybody in Yoshi's deck can do way more than 100 damage. Zapdos only got 110 hit points, but let's see, we'll rope. See who Yoshi puts up. It's going to be the Genesect, which is fine. I'm not taking this knockout unless I find an Electro Power. We're going to shuffle the Eel and these guys back into the deck. That was one thing that I felt like I really needed to change about my early Lightning list, is I wasn't playing enough recovery, and I'm feeling more confident with my recovery options now. We'll Aurora Energy onto the Raikou, just start building up that threat. And retreat into Zapdos and Thunderous Assault. And then next turn, I can Thunderous Assault again with Tate and Liza, which is crazy. Just like continue chugging through the deck. And as you see, and I have Ordinary Rod here, right? We play plenty of recovery options. We got like Revive, Rescue Stretcher, and Ordinary Rod. I think for a little while I was only playing one recovery option in the deck, and I found myself, you know, having to make difficult decisions with sprints, like decisions that were too tough or like too compromising, right? Having to make plays that were too compromising. But with like that extra recovery card, playing both Stretcher and Ordinary Rod means that you can sprint confidently through the deck and not really have to worry about running out of steam later on in the game, which is really cool. Rillaboom is up now. So Yoshi, though in a little bit of a tough hand, is going to be able to start attacking. Actually, is going to Techno Blast, take a knockout, going for the Raikou, which makes sense. Obviously, that thing is a nuisance. Let's see, I've got a Lightning in the discard pile. I think I'm going to take this knockout with Zapdos, but with the Ordinary Rod. Let's see, I can Ordinary Rod, put the Pokemon back into the deck, right? So we just want to put the Raikou back in. And then I can take this knockout with the Zapdos, guaranteed. Or I can Titanize, can bridge it. Let's just Titanize. That's fine. This hand is like kind of not super fun. So let's get into a new one. This hand is also like not the most fun hand I've ever seen. I don't want to discard this Electivire, but I think I probably can if I want to. I want to save the Electro Power. I think I'm okay to just play a little bit conservatively here with like the Rainbow Energy on the Regieleki. It's probably fine. Did I discard my multi-switch? I did. Okay. And then with the Versus Seeker in the hand, I probably don't care to actually sprint right now. So we're going to retreat into the Zapdos and just Thunderous Assault for the knockout. And see what we get off the prize. Got Counter Energy, which is not... It's not incredible, but it's actually not bad. And the reason it's not bad is because with Terra Spark, you have to discard all lightning energy from this Pokemon, right? And it does 40 to 2. But if you're winning and you attach a counter energy, it doesn't count as a lightning energy, so you don't have to discard it, which is pretty nice, actually. And yeah, this is the kind of hand you sprint away. That's why this card is so busted. Because, yeah, this hand here is kind of a stinker. And you can see Yoshi starting to mount a little bit of a comeback here. He's got his board set up. Rillaboom, hammer in, 170 hit points, right? This is why I didn't want to discard my Electivire, right? Because Electivire is like the only person in my deck that can do 170. We've got a Lightning. We're definitely going to discard it. We've got Stormy Mountains. Dynamo down. Let's see, who could I get? I could get this guy. Start powering him up. That's fine. And we've got how many lightning in the discard pile? 2. So we'll attach and sprint. I've got Letter and Raihan. So that's fine. We Raihan to the Regieleki and go get if I get Electro Power. There's no weaklings out here really, so it's not worth it. We're just going to smack with Regieleki. I don't need to use the Electro Power. I can just continue building up my board with if I get Versus Seeker, I could potentially Raihan again. But I have to get that grass energy into... Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh, but I need to find... That's fine. All right, so we're going to get... Letter. And we're going to go here. Okay. Quick ball away this. Get the Raikou to my hand. Retreat. And Terra Spark. So this is like a really cool play that we're cooking up, right? Punch these guys. So I'm not taking a knockout this turn, but what we did is we got the grass in the discard pile so that if I want to Raihan, I can. And we got the Versus Seeker off the Raihan in order to make it so that I could attack with this Raikou. If Yoshi knocks out the Regieleki, all I need to do is promote Tapu Koko and have its free retreat, allow me to... All right, so they just have Tate and Liza, right? Allow me to Dynamotor. I just have to find one of my Dynamotor guys, but shouldn't be a problem because I've already got the Blend Energy in my hand, so I can just Raihan for the Dynamotor guy and then take a double knockout on Venusaur and Rillaboom, right? Which is just insane, right? I mean, it's just insane. The Grass Energy has really like unhinged this Lightning deck. It's just, it allows for some really gnarly plays that just previously were not possible, which is one of the reasons why this deck is so fun to play, because you've got like all these different little routes that you can cook up with all these different Pokemon. They're kind of complicated. You have to like be on top of it, but it's fun to like figure them out. A lot of times it'll feel like you're always very close to losing with the Lightning deck because all your Pokemon get one hit KO. Every single one, right? Yeah, thank you, Munchlax, for the tier 1 sub in the 5 months. Yeah, all your Pokemon are always getting one hit KO'd. So it feels like you're walking a very tightrope. Like, I mean, look at my board, right? 50 hit points, 110, 110. 110 is like the magic number in this deck. Everybody's got 110 hit points. Raikou's got 110. Zapdos got 110. Regieleki, kind of fat, 120. I know. Sorry, Regieleki, we're not talking about your retreat costs. So we'll see if Yoshi has a way to play out of this. I know already used the supportive return. Going to retreat to the Rillaboom into Sceptile. Sceptile can take a knockout with a powerful Storm attack. Sceptile's got 100 hit points left. So I'm going to promote the Tapu Koko. I've got the Raikou play that I was cooking up last turn. So we go Raikou. We go Versus Seeker for the Raihan again. Right. Raihan to the Raikou. Go get Flafinator. I guess technically the Eel is the better one to get because Mareep's ability is good. So that's always like the last one you evolve up. We'll Dynamotor to the Raikou and then attach the Blind Energy. I mean, that's just absurd, right? Just cooking that up in one turn. We've got the Culverus in the hand, so I don't really need to do anything. Let's take a look at the deck real quick. Yeah, there's Electro Power in there if I need it. The Electivire's in there. And I've got Special Charge and some energy left. All I need to win the game is that Electivire. And by, just kind of saving the hand, I think I'm in a good spot with the Culverus there. So we're going to take that, knockout, and we're going to knock out the Rillaboom so that there's no like additional attackers popping up. I know I can deal with that Venusaur if I have to. We'll take our 2 prizes. N and Timer Ball. Cool. Timer Ball can help me to go get the Electivire and the Tapu Koko. The Tapu Koko is like an all-star in this deck. I mean, you can see how often I've had to promote the Tapu Koko for its free retreat to allow me to Dynamotor onto the bench. It's really crazy. When when Gym Leader Challenge was first coming out, right? Almost a year ago, really. I mean, we're getting close to the 1-year anniversary of Gym Leader Challenge. But when Gym Leader Challenge was first being played, Lightning was considered like a bad deck, bro. It was considered bad because we didn't have it figured out. I mean, I'm like looking back, thinking about all the different ways I tried to play Lightning, and I just we couldn't figure it out. All right, Yoshi's going for the squeeze, but now we got to figure it out for sure. Marnie there. Is there anything left in my deck? Let's take a look. Do I have a switch out in here? Air balloon. Ooh, okay. I'm stuck. So technically, I'm stuck. Cool. We'll timer ball. I don't think that there's any risk of me getting decked out. I think we just N ourselves to 1. Dynamotor to the Electabuzz, and we can pass. Don't feel like I need to sprint. Yoshi having 3 prizes left. It's fine. This thing does have 180 hit points, which is a lot. But fortunately, that's the number that Electivire can hit. Like, that's why Electivire is in the deck, so that we have a shot to be able to deal with these kinds of guys. Now, you see, I mean, this is crazy. Yoshi was on the ropes, you know, now doing 170 damage with a pretty formidable board. But I should be able to draw out the rest of my deck here. Should be able to. All I need, let's see, there's a Colress in there. Yeah, Cynthia and Caitlin is the best supporter for me to play. We can go get I guess in case something terrible were to happen. All of my attackers are in the discard pile now. So yeah, we're like totally drawn in. It would be Guzma, right? If something terrible were to happen, Guzma would be the... We've got to revive. So that's fine. Revive can get me back Zapdos. And if I don't find exactly what I need, Zapdos at the very least can attack. So that's cool. We'll sprint. And I need the Electivire and the energy. And I've got the... It's not quite it because I don't have the special energy. So we're a little bit short. So I have to go in with Electivire. I've only got 3 cards left in my deck. Yeah. So I can't quite do it. Okay. I don't want to get, like, stuck. That's the only thing I'm, like, trying to play around right now. Because I know I should be able to just win the game next turn if I just have a turn. So that's fine. Is it worth it to swing? No, we're just going to chill. See what Yoshi's resources look like. Okay. It's fine. Pass. And then see. Maybe I should have gone up with Electivire. I think so. I guess they're doing like 170 damage, so. Let's see what happens. Can't get Marnied for game, so that's good. Let's see what Yoshi's got. Taking a look at his final resources. I've only got 3 cards left in my deck, and I know exactly what they are. And you can see how things are, like, the game, this game was, like, It seemed shirt up, right? But it's close. Definitely close. Take a look at the final cards in my deck. Not a lot of resources left to work with. Maybe the turn I end was a little too greedy. Maybe. It's possible. It's possible I shot myself in the foot with that. Yes, and I think that Yoshi has figured out what's happening here. It's like, this was the one play I was trying to play around, and Yoshi's like, okay, I can... Oh, actually, no. I have 2 energy left in my deck. So, that's fine. Okay. Potentially, I should have just swung with Zapdos. I think I'm throwing here. I'm pretty sure. I think I've thrown. Yeah, because I needed Yoshi to like not try and deck me out. But I had 3 Pokemon in play, all with a retreat of 2. You know? Oh, I have Special Charge in the deck? Oh, thank God. Okay. So I'm fine. I forgot Special Charge was in the deck. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness. Okay. So now I'm fine. I do not lose. Okay. That's good. Okay. Pass. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Hex. Okay, that's annoying. Do I just retreat into Electivire and go for the Thundershock? If Yoshi has... Yeah, that seems correct. This is probably also a throw, right? Probably. Anyways, we'll see. Probably. Say Juniper. All right. It's so long as it wasn't Verseeker Guzma there, I think I'm fine. I think. Yoshi's telling me well played. Does he know something that I don't know? That was crazy. This endgame sequence has been nuts. Absolutely nuts. I mean, what what an insane, and I have it. Yeah, I mean, it's GG's. Like, what an insane finale, right? I had it, even if he took the knockout, I have it on the, that's ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Yeah, that was nuts. Even if Yoshi took the knockout on the Electivire there, I still had it. I still had it with the Zapdos. I think that, wow, that got so, you see how it's so hard to win? It's so, man, that was a crazy game one. All right, Yoshi, you want first or second? GG's. That was a great first match, but before we get to the next game, I want to take a moment to shout out my sponsor, FullGripCodes.com. FullGripCodes.com has a great selection of Pokemon trading card game online codes available for instant email delivery. Shopping at FullGripCodes.com directly supports the content I create here on Tricky Gym, so make sure to check it out. Thank you so much for shopping at Full Grip Codes. Now, let's get on with the gameplay. But I guess there was always the Gust route was like always going to be a lose condition for me, I think. All right, so I'm going first. Yoshi's going second in game 2. Sweet. I've got a good little opening hand. Don't mind this at all. Cool. Love it. Start with Electabuzz. Electabuzz is like one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon too. I absolutely love Electabuzz. I played Diamond and Pearl when I was in college, like early college. And Electivire, I loved Electivire. So cool. We got Stormy Mountains. I've got a really insane opening hand going first for sure. Let's see, we've got both Flaffy and Eel are in the deck. When you have the choice to evolve up either Flaffy or Eel, you pretty much always go for Eel. And then we can go Aurora Energy onto the Electabuzz. Honestly, I could have put an Aurora Energy onto like Zapdos, or not Zapdos, Raikou. That's fine. We'll just get Lightning Energy into the discard pile. That makes sense. Cool. Aurora Energy here. And then turn 2, we can go in with Zapdos, take in early knockouts, have the Aurora Energy on the Electabuzz. It's also just kind of there for multi-switch, potentially, which is really good. And the multi-switch just allows you to pull off those Raikou plays out of nowhere as well. Between that and like the Raihan and the Grass Energy, there's just a lot of options for making those kinds of plays. Hopefully Yoshi's able to find a backup Pokemon, or else it could get a little ugly here. It's looking like it could get a little ugly with a caped Bulbasaur. Yikes. Not what you want when you're staring down a Zapdos. Could get a little hairy. I'll rope the Zapdos into the active. I need to do 110, which means I need to find my Electro Power. So we'll see if Yoshi's able to make it through the turn. It's only one Electro Power. It's not like, you know, even when Zapdos was in standard format, it'd be like, oh, this is free because your deck's played 4 Electro Power, right? But in Gym Leader Challenge, there's no guarantee that you're just going to hit the card that you need, right? Which makes the format really fun, in my opinion. Like, one of my least favorite things about Standard is that your opponent evolves into Arceus turn 2 and they get to go get whatever they want. Like, that to me is incredibly annoying because it takes the drama out. It's just like, okay, yeah, they're just going to go get whatever they want. Like, cool. All right. Sick. Let's... go get Tapu Koko. Potentially. Do that. Tate Liza. Looking for the electro power. Nada. Okay. Play ball. We're going to put Blitzel down and retreat into Zapdos and use Thunder's Assault for 80. Wow. The cape saving the day. Shining Genesect can move the energy over to it. It's cool. But Yoshi probably wants to find a friend again. Colress for 5. Still not the most explosive supporter, but just wanting like some more basic Pokemon. There's another Genesect. Now I know in Gym Leader Challenge, you can only play one of each card in your deck, but it's only cards that have the same name. So you can technically play Shining Genesect and Genesect in the same deck since they have different names. Just like in standard format, if you have, you can have four Charizard and 4 Charizard V in the same deck, and 4 Charizard V Star and 4 Charizard V Max. Even though they're all Charizards, they all have different names, right? Same thing. Cool. So Yoshi's been able to kind of rebound in this a little bit. I'm going to Stormy Mountains and go get Raikou so that I can start attaching these energies to it. Switch to the Tapu Koko and retreat into Zapdos to take the knockouts. And we're hoping for some sort of draw power here. I've kind of stalled out a little bit after my early Tate and Liza. We've got Blitzel down, though, so any amount of ball search will help our case because we can go get Zebstrika and start churning through. He's got the Raihan, so he's going to be able to take a knockout on my Zapdos. Okay. It's making me a little nervous. Roserade for Raihan. I've got Stormy Mountains if I want it, so I can go get another basic Pokemon out of my deck. But I do not really have anything going on right now. So it might be I don't know, maybe we're trying to like pass or buy a little time or something. We'll see what our top deck is. It's Gaia Blaster for a perfect 110. Tapu Koko coming up. Top deck level ball, not quite what we need. Let's see, if I get level ball, I can go get Dynamotor. Unfortunately, Zebstrika's got 110 hit points, so not searchable. Stormy Mountains. Now Electrode has 90 hit points. So I could Stormy Mountains and get Voltorb and then draw cards with Electrode next turn, which I don't hate, actually. I think that's like fine. And then I actually think I can sack this Electabuzz right now. So we're going to just go in with the Electabuzz. Attach another energy to Raikou. And just say like, all right. Next turn, we going in. Do our 50 damage. And then we're at 5-5 prizes. They've got boss, so really? That's cringe. Okay. The Voltorb? All right. Fine. Let's send up Tapu Koko. Air balloon. All right, so we've got flying flip, 1 energy. There's really not a lot for me to have to make my way through right now. I can start using Dynamotor. Yeah, let's see. I've got Mareep. Level ball. Go get Eel. Dynamotor. Well, let's see. Do I just poke again? 50? Yeah, that seems fine. Dynamotor to the Tapu Koko. And Haymaker. Fine. And then still waiting on a top deck. Things are getting a little hairy here, but it's okay. We're hanging in there. We've got the Raikou still a threat. Looks like Eel now coming up, which is like also still kind of fine. I actually have the air balloon in my hand, so like this is okay. And I actually get to knock out that Shining Genesect with my Electabuzz if I want it. We probably are going to thin the deck 1 more card because I'm dead drawing. Air balloon, and let's boss up this and actually take our prize. Oh, I've got Dynamotor. Cool. That's right. And we'll do that. Dynamotor to the Regieleki. Retreat into Electabuzz and Haymaker for the knockouts. That's like all of Yoshi's Gust, so it feels pretty good. There's counter energy. Yes. Counter energy. Very good right now. Yeah, I think Boss and Guzma. So all Yoshi has is a Versus Seeker left, which is good. If Yoshi comes up and knocks out my Electabuzz, we'll go to 2 prizes left, but I've got counter energy now. So I can Terra Spark or I can Amazing Shots. Either of them are going to be options for me. What's funny, I have only played 1 draw supporter, just the Tate and Liza, actually. It's kind of hilarious. But we are like inching closer to the end of the game. And I still have not played a more than 1 draw supporter. Town map. Okay. I can go get that Marnie. Very cool. So I think what we want to do is say counter energy. Do I want to do that? I could knock out the Grookey just straight up. Just go Raikou, pow pow, knock out Grookey. Yeah, that's like gotta be it, right? Yeah. Retreat here. Amazing shot. Boom. Take these guys out. And then we'll go get Marnie and Rescue Stretcher. And then with just the Turtwig left, we're at 2-2 prizes. We'll see if Yoshi's able to cook up a response without the Grookey. Definitely going to want that. Sonia can go get some more basic Pokemon or energy out. Yoshi knows I just picked the Marnie out of my prizes. Incredibly close games, though. I mean, like, look at this is crazy. We're 2-2. It's like so close. Even though like I almost donked a Bulbasaur, we're still like in a really like neck and neck situation here. Trico down. All I need to do is find. I should have grabbed that Electro Power. Duh. This made sense at the time. Muscle Band's gone, so I definitely cannot knock out this Zarude with Raikou without the Electropower. So, there's Venusaur. We're going to Marnie. I've got Floatstone. Put that onto the Blitzel. Do I want a Rescue Stretcher? Yeah. Rescue Stretcher. There's only like 2 prizes left, so it's not worth getting a lot of stuff. Like, we're just going to get literally like the Mareep. And then Marnie. We've got Zebstrika finally. And I can Ultra Ball away these and go get that and sprint it away. Cool. I did not find an energy, unfortunately, but can Dynamotor to the Tapu Koko and retreats. And Flying Flip. And then put myself in a situation where all I need to do is take a double knockout with Raikou for game. Right? Hopefully this kind of squares it away. Should be able to draw a bunch of cards next turn and go find the extra energy I need to be able to attack with Raikou. I think. All right, it's got Roserade, so can go get whatever he wants with Roserade. That's tough. But without the Rillaboom out, gonna have a tough time. Accelerating the energy required in order to make, you know, a meaningful play. Obviously, the Torterra is huge. We haven't gotten to see the Torterra make its way out in the set yet. Grottle is like always got a huge target on its back because of how good Torterra is. We got the Venusaur. Okay, so Zarude can take a knockout, but the ball, I think, is just in my court unless Yoshi's got some really crazy play. Versus Seeker. Let's see. What do we got? Raihan, Guzma got. Yeah, this Guzma's a boss. So Yoshi could take a knockout on like my Raikou, right? Yeah, which is what's happening. That's so crazy. I can't believe you had that off of Marnie. That's so nuts. Okay. So then my play. Dang. Our Yoshi got a 0-card hand, though. All right? 0-card hand. No energy in play. The ball's in my court. I've got Raihan activated. So I can take the knockout with Regieleki. The double. Oh, and I win. Okay, yeah, cool. All right. So we Raihan to the Regieleki. I'm overthinking it. Yeah, we got it. And then we just go get the grass. And that Yoshi is GG's because of the Trico there. Like Terra Spark. knock these guys out. And there we go. The gnarly lightning deck. Well played, Yoshi. Incredibly close set. Both games. Very, very tight play. And it was a pleasure playing you, Yoshi. All right. That's going to do it for the stream. Nice little 7 hours. Cool. I got stuff I got to do and videos to edit and league to play in tonight. So you guys all have a wonderful day. Again, make sure to check out gymleaderchallenge.com if you're interested in Gym Leader Challenge format. It is my favorite way to play Pokemon cards. If you watch those games, then I think that it's pretty evident why, right? I mean, there's just so much back and forth action, so many decisions to make, and the decks are just a lot of fun to play. They have so much character, and I highly recommend it. If you're heading to a regional championship, bring a Gym Leader Challenge deck. There's lots of side events happening in the Gym Leader Challenge format. And if you don't have a deck with you, then you can't participate. So, going to want to bring a Gym Leader Challenge deck. They're tough to build on the fly, right? It's not like easy to just show up at the regionals and build one. Better to just bring it, right? And build it from ordering cards from Full Grip Games. All right. Again, make sure to check out fullgripgames.com. For all the best Pokemon trading card game singles and sealed product. We've also got registration up on fullgripgames.com now for the Full Grip Games 5K Astral Radiance release weekend, which is happening May 28th? May 29th? Yes, last weekend in May. Should be amazing. Definitely make sure to check it out. If you're interested, going to be $5,000 worth of cash on the line.